Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to another week of Sunday school. Can you say good morning?
Good morning.
All right, so this week we're going to start with yet again a new story. But first, we need to open in prayer. Ready, Coraline?
Ready.
Okay.
Ben said them. Ben said them. Give your hands a clap. Ben said them. Ben said them. Give a
Hold them in your lap. There we go. Let's bow our head and close our eyes. Dear Jesus, thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for the sunshine outside. And thank you for the birds and the flowers. Thank you for the week that we had. And I just pray that you will be with us all and protect us and be with each and every one of these boys and girls. Protect them and their parents and keep them all safe and help them to have a wonderful week ahead of them. In Jesus' name, amen.
I open my eyes, they open my eyes, they close my eyes, they open my eyes.
Yeah. Okay, so while Coraline works on the craft, which we will show what it is at the very end, I'm going to read the story. So this week, we're going to learn about a guy named Daniel. So this is from Daniel chapter 6. Darius was impressed with Daniel, for he was wise and honest, and soon Darius put him in charge of his whole kingdom. Oh dear.
Thank you.
The officials were jealous. They knew Daniel prayed to his God every day at his window, and they came up with a plan. Your Majesty, said one of them, we have written a new law. It states that for the next 30 days, whoever asks anything of any god or any man except for you, our king, shall be thrown into the den of lions. Please sign your name to this decree so that it is official and cannot be changed. So the king signed his name, for he did not realize that they were setting a trap for Daniel. When Daniel heard of the law, he prayed just as he had always done. Shh, just wait. He would not stop praying to God or even hide what he was doing. When his enemies saw, they rushed to the king and told him that Daniel was breaking the law. Darius's heart sank. He spent the whole day trying to think about some way out. But at sunset, his advisors came to demand that Daniel be thrown to the lions. So Daniel was taken to the pit. You have been loyal to your God. I hope he can save you, said the king sadly, as Daniel was thrown into the lion's den. You need to listen and be quiet, okay? Okay, that's because you didn't put enough on. Here.
Not right there.
I know, but that's because you didn't put enough on. Here you go. Now you have to be quiet and let me read. Okay, so there they are. There's Daniel praying out his window. And there's all the officials going, yes, we got him. We knew he would listen and obey his God. You see, Coraline? There's Daniel praying out his window. There's all the sneaky officials. All right. So the officials thought they were being so sneaky. They knew that King Darius really liked Daniel and that he would not agree to the law if he knew it was just to try and get rid of Daniel. So they made a decree, which is another word for a law or a rule. And that was meant for everyone. So they knew that Daniel would not obey because he was faithful to his God and God's laws first and above all. And if you remember a few weeks ago, we learned about the 10 Commandments, and one of them says, do not have any other gods before you other than the one true God. And Daniel knew that if he obeyed the new law, he would be breaking God's law. So he continued to pray and to talk to... Sorry, I lost my place here. He continued to pray to God and not to King Darius. And this was exactly what the officials were hoping. So he broke the king's law so that he could obey God's law. Keep going. You're doing great. Get some yellow ones in there. Some yellow ones.
What are we making?
You will see at the very end. So they told King Darius right away. They ran to him and said, right away, they told King Darius,
I know.
Listen and be quiet, okay? So right away they told King Darius, and that was when King Darius realized that he'd been tricked. They weren't trying to make a law and decree to obey and honor him. They were trying to make a decree to honor or to get rid of Daniel. So he knew then that he had been tricked by the officials, and that made him mad. But he knew that because he had already made the law, that he had to follow through with it. He had to obey the law that he had already put in effect. There you go. So, because they caught him, he had to throw him into the den. And the king was upset.
I don't like them.
Yeah, you don't like the den of lions? I don't think anybody would like the den of lions. So the king was so upset that night that he wasn't able to sleep. And the first thing in the morning, as soon as the sun was up, he ran over to the lion's den and he called out to Daniel. Daniel, Daniel, are you there? Did your God protect you? Hoping that he was still okay. And Daniel answered him. And because Daniel had been faithful to God, God sent an angel to close all the lions' mouths. He went, "Ow." He sent an angel to close all the lion's mouth and protect Daniel and make sure that he was okay. And the king was still so mad that the officials tricked him that he ordered all the officials to be thrown into the den of lions. And you know what? I read way ahead. I was supposed to read the next page. Oops. All right. I'm just going to go back and I'm going to read it. So this was Daniel in the lion's den. So that evening the king did not sleep a wink. At first light he rushed down to the pit. "Daniel," he cried out, more in desperation than hope. "Has your God been able to save you?" He could not believe his ears when Daniel answered, "My God sent an angel and shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, for I was found innocent. Nor have I ever wronged you." The king was overjoyed and had Daniel brought out immediately. He ordered that the men who had tricked him to be thrown into the pit themselves. And this time the lions were ruthless. That means that they were mean. They didn't stop. The angel did not shut their mouths on those ones. After this, Darius ordered the people to respect and honor Daniel's God, for he can do wonderful things in heaven and on earth, and he rescued Daniel from the powerful lions. Look at them all there. There's Daniel, and they're just walking around them like little kittens. That was because God sent an angel to shut all their mouths. So instead of being mean and tearing them apart like lions usually do...
Where is the angel?
Oh, we can't see the angel. The angel is there with him.
But the angel behind him!
Yeah. He's sitting on a rock and all the lions are around him. So God sent an angel to shut their mouths so that Daniel would not be hurt. So King Darius made a new decree, a new law, saying that everyone must obey the one true God and respect him. And because Daniel remained faithful to God, he was protected, and more people came to realize and to know who the true God is. Here, honey, let's put put some more glue on it for you.
But I did.
I know you
too
did,
much
honey, but
glue.
I see them falling off. Okay, because when we pick them up, those ones that didn't have a lot of glue on them would fall off. There we go. All right. So that is Daniel in the lion's den. That shows you that if you obey God, God is powerful. He can do anything. He can do anything, including shut the mouths of lions.
But I don't listen to my God, then I will be thrown down in lion.
No, you wouldn't be thrown into the lion's den, honey. But you might be punished in other ways if you don't listen to God. But I don't know.
I don't know, too.
But if you listen and obey, God will protect you. So what Coraline is making over here is a lion. Okay, as soon as she's finished that, I'll show you the next step. So what she's doing is we took a paper plate and some colorful paper. I gave her orange and yellow, but she seems to like the yellow, but that's okay. You can do whatever color you want. And we're putting it all around, just like a lion's mane. You guys have been to the zoo, right?
I'm to the zoo too.
Have you seen the lions at the zoo?
Yeah.
So the mummy lion just looks like a regular cat. A big, big, big cat. But the daddy lion has this big mane on his head. So we're making a daddy lion.
So can I see big mane?
Well, we'll have to go back to the zoo another time and you'll be able to see them. Are they all falling off still? Our glue isn't very good, so hopefully you guys have better glue.
Yeah, when we go to your place, then we can get your better glue.
Yeah.
Then we will share better glue.
Yeah, you miss sharing with all your friends, right? Okay, got a couple more there so you finish it up so I can show them what to do next.
Okay, can they stuck with this?
Nope, they're not stuck together. That's just one. It's just thick. There you go. Okay, one more.
Wait, there's 2 spots.
2 spots? So what color is a lion, Coraline?
I don't know.
What color's a lion?
Yellow.
Yeah, he's kind of a yellowy, orangey color. So that's why we made this one like this. So now I'm gonna put, that's 1 spot.
That is 2.
That's 2 spots. I'm gonna start out by poking a hole. I'm just gonna use this to poke a hole. Well, I'm gonna try and poke a hole. Oops. Can you back up? There we go. And boys and girls, you make sure you let your parents do this part, okay? I'm gonna poke a hole in each one. There we go. Now I'm gonna take the scissors. I'm gonna try and take the scissors.
You're cutting his eye.
Yep, I am.
Why are you cutting his eye?
Oh, you'll see. Whoopsies. Yeah, we need to get better glue. We'll have to put that back on. There's 1 hole.
There's 1.
And here comes hole number 2.
Oh, and they're falling off.
I know, they're falling off. It wasn't quite dry, and the glue wasn't the greatest. But maybe I'll tape them on later for you. There we go, 2 holes. Now, let's see if we can get them to stay. I'm going to see what it looked like again before I forget. Oh yeah, okay. So now I'm going to draw the face on for her. So they need a nose. Here's the nose. And the mouth. And he needs whiskers. There we go. Roar. And then I just have a popsicle stick here. Wow, no, they're all falling off. Then I'm just gonna tape on. Just like this. We don't do that. Okay. And then you hold it up like this. And you've got a mask. You can see through. You see through the eye holes? Then you can be a lion. You go, roar! All right. Well, hopefully you guys had fun with that. It's okay, honey. We'll glue them on with something else later, with some better glue. Well, hope you enjoyed the craft. Okay, stay here because we're going to say bye-bye. Hope you enjoyed the craft and learned something about Daniel and the lion's den.
My whiskers are falling out.
That's okay.
Ah!
And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Can you say goodbye to the boys and girls?
Bye. Bye.
Goodbye, boys and girls. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you here again next week. Bye for now.